we need to talk. We need to talk specifically about emergency exit hardware. Probably the biggest area of confusion that we come across when we're out and about, and the most problems that we see, are around emergency exits and the hardware that can be used on there. Now, note that I'm calling them emergency exits because a fire isn't necessarily the only emergency that you'll find in a building. You could have a gas leak, you could have a violent intruder. So I always refer to them as emergency exits, not fire exits. And I think most people are conscious that you need to be able to unlock the door and open the door without the use of a key from the inside. But where the confusion is arising is what constitutes an acceptable piece of hardware on which door. Now, there are two British standards that door hardware on emergency exits should conform to: BSEN 1125 and BSEN 179. The first one, BSEN 1125, is for buildings where you have more than 60 people or thereabouts going through each emergency exit, or where there are potentially members of the public who aren't familiar with the door and hardware configuration. In those two situations, a panic situation can happen, and you need the familiarity of a full width crash bar, something like this. People are familiar with that, they know exactly what to do, they hit the bar, the door will open. The other situation is BSEN 179, which is for smaller buildings, typically less than 60 people through each exit, and where those people are familiar with the doors and the hardware and know that something like this, a push paddle, is going to open the door for them. These items tend to be a little bit less expensive, which is right and proper for a smaller building. So what isn't acceptable? Well, one of the things that we see a lot is the use of a normal lock with a thumb turn cylinder. Now, yes, absolutely, those types of cylinders will unlock the door without the use of a key. But the problem with them is that, generally speaking, it's more than one action to unlock the door. Either you need to turn the thumb turn and then operate a handle, or it's two turns of the thumb turn. And if you're needing to get out in an emergency, you don't want to be faffing about turning a thumb turn and then operating a handle, or two turns of the thumb turn. You need to get out quickly. So time and speed is of the essence there, and that's why thumb turn cylinders aren't acceptable. There are other things like the old break glass bolts like this, which are no longer really acceptable. If you're in any confusion, then we have this, which is the Door and Hardware Federation's Best Practice Guide. That's the best thing that you can use to protect yourself against any action that happens should the worst happen. So as long as you can demonstrate that you follow best practice, you should be okay against legal action from victims or victims' families. If you'd like a copy of this, we'll send it to you on paper. Please use the form down below, and we will add you on and send you the guide. And if you've got any queries, of course, get in contact with me.